how is this person trying to tackle? Does he or she understand what the problem is? Ask questions if you don't understand. It's really important. So even when you do your team activities, right, it's really, really important that you actually call out what is it that you're trying to solve. And at the end of it, once you solve, what is the impact you're trying to bring if people use your product, right? And it's so ask questions as much as you can. And like I said, you try to use whiteboard as much as possible and outline your thinking process and your approach to solving the problem. Next slide. Hopefully I'm almost done. So how to approach a problem, clarify the problem, design a solution, write the code, and review your solution. This is pretty much how interviews are carried out. Right now, because I'm more in the management track, in the senior management track, I try to interview a lot of candidates that have a lot of industry experience. So they come with very special skill sets, so I try to focus on those things. But there are a lot of engineers in Google who will be interviewing, people who are fresh out of school. And for people who are fresh out of school, they focus a lot on data structures and algorithms. So as you start building up your trajectory towards learning computer science, focus on those two. It's really important. Get to know your fundamentals, because your fundamentals is what will help you land in Google one day. So what's next for you? I would say learn programming. I think most of you already do. Focus on algorithms and problem solving. Do internships. And the other thing is, I don't know how many of you from Saratoga High School or Lynbrook High School actually get to come. So we have events in Google for high school students where they are actually invited for like a hackathon. Or you can actually come and take on a project, like a coding project, and actually spend half a day or one day in Google working on the project. You definitely should get in touch with your computer science teacher, or else please reach out to me and I can try to have them meet up with some of the, we call this, I think I don't know the exact word used in Google, but we have programs for colleges and schools. So we have a lot of schools from the East Bay that I've seen, even from Oakland, because we definitely want to have girls more interested in computer science. And that is something Google is working really hard towards. We want more women in the company, and of course, we definitely want to continue to get more men to help with this diversity effort, right? Definitely reach out to me if you want your school to be invited to come to Google and try out, small projects. I think from there, you guys definitely have a good partnership, as well as an opportunity to get to know what it is like in an industry. So I think with that, I will open up for questions. I'm just curious, how many of your parents here actually work at Google? I'm just curious. I'm sure there are many, many other companies that they're big competitors to Google, so I'm sure many of you are sitting here who are competitors to Google as well. But I think overall the Silicon Valley is working towards this similar culture. So whatever I mentioned here is, I do see one person coming from Google. His name is Atul. Hey. Good, thank you. Okay, any questions? Come on, you guys are so excited about this. You should ask me questions. How many of you want to work in Google? Oh my goodness, that is awesome. What do you guys want to work in Google as? Do you guys know what you want to work in Google as? No? So we have a lot of different opportunities, you see, like it doesn't have to, you have a question? Go ahead. So it depends on, so what's your definition of hard, right? You're all smart kids. I think the way it's it it kind of depends on. So they do have a lot of analytical problems. Like, so if you go to Khan Academy, right? How many of you use Khan Academy here? Wonderful. So that's a good first step. There are a lot of analytical problems, and Google tries to see how much um, you're thinking around those lines, right? And then translating that to actually something that works as a solution is what they try to do as a next step. So if you are already in that trajectory, I don't think it's going to be hard for you. But it's definitely interesting, and that's why it's really important that you look at my slides again and see how do you prepare for interviews, right? And the other best thing you could do is when you are at the time of wanting to interview, talk to a few people outside in the industry who can do mock interviews for you. Have them ask you questions and see how quickly you can try and solve, right? You have to practice even interviewing. So that makes you perfect. Did I answer your question? Yeah? Yeah?
So you told us like how you have to know all the C++ and Java and whatnot, those programming languages.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any like, do you have to know, and how much do you have to know in scripting and those about?
Scripting. Um, so, it, so the thing is, Google is pretty good in asking you, especially when you come for interviews. Again, it depends on at what time. Like if you're coming for internship, they're okay with you not knowing a whole lot of programming, like as long as you know the fundamentals, like object-oriented programming, and as long as you know the fundamentals, it's okay. You don't have to be super savvy in writing C++ code, knowing all the templates and things like that, right? What they do care is how much of the, like given a problem, do you understand how to go about solving that problem? There are so many, I have people in my team who just came with knowledge in Python. They didn't even know that much of C++, and they're learning over time after coming to Google. So we have a lot of classes in Google that you can take to enhance your knowledge, so you don't have to be super perfect in programming, like coding. Yeah, yeah. Okay, the last question. That's a good question. So it again depends. So because Google is a very big company now, if we end up putting a product out there that is not very well accepted, we tend to fail fast and actually discontinue working on it. Because you don't want to put any more resources. When I say resources, I mean machines. You need machines to run those programs, right? So you don't want to waste machines if it's not well accepted. And you don't want to waste people's time to work on such things, right? Because, well, I think you can better use your time to come up with the next version of the product, which could be better. So that's how they approach it. Cool. Oh, sorry. Again, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Krishna, for coming and speaking about